There's this thing that happens with spirituality where you feel it one day and then the next day you don't. So what's happening? How can you have 2 days of being in ecstasy and then all of a sudden you wake up and the next day you're not? You're back to your old self where everything looks the same as it has been looking for the last few months. And this used to happen to me a lot, and now it happens to me only occasionally because I've understood something. So I want to share that here because I actually had quite an episode. The last couple of days found me very ecstatic, like big time, all caught up and filled with joy and the passion of pure love, seeing light, and everything and feeling totally connected and tears of joy, high vibrational, intense energy, really precious moments. And I had that for 2 whole days. And then I woke up this morning and it feels like all of that was gone. Now, what I know is that ego there's only one difference between today and yesterday, and that is how much I've allowed my ego to take over my thinking process. So, or to take over my mind and my body. And the difference between the last 2 days and today is that my commitment level was not nearly as strong. My commitment level to being quiet in the last 2 days was much more present. Today, I'm only committed to being quiet for about 10 to 20 seconds at a time, and then I identify with my ego, and I start doing whatever ego says, whether it's, whatever. So that's the message that I'm giving to myself and the message that I'm sharing with you, because I know a lot of people actually have come to me and said, well, how come I felt this thing and I had that experience and then I just don't feel it anymore, and I want to go back to that feeling and I want to have that same experience again. And the thing is, you can't go back to having the same experience you had before. That's the ego talking. So the best advice that I can offer you is the same advice that I've been giving myself, and the advice that I am giving myself today, which is to just be still and know that you are. Be still and know that I am. Just be still and let that be good enough. If it was good enough yesterday, then it should be good enough today. That's logical. Anything that goes against that is bullshit. So you might as well ignore it and just be still and be joyous in the moment of being still. That's our practice. That is our practice every single day. And the reason why I got that extra little benefit of having 2 ecstatic days in a row where I was, completely in ecstasy was because I've been practicing being still every single day. I practice and I practice and I practice. I fill my life with meditation, with journaling, with shadow work, with extension of light into the world. That's how I fill my day. So Why aren't all of my days ecstatic? Because it's a practice. And number one, the goal is not to have ecstatic days. The goal is to be present. The goal is to know who you are. And sometimes who you are takes on different forms. We know that because we are a moody group of people. Sometimes, who we are is joyous and effervescent, and sometimes who we are is really mellow and calm, you know? So the goal is simply, excuse me, is the second time at the same point, I think, that I've had throat chakra come forward. And so what I'm going to do right now is shift my gears and ask what my throat wants to say, what my heart wants to say, but my ego is choking back. What my heart wants to say is, just going to listen here for a second. Okay. My heart is saying that I've got this, and my ego is the one, though, that's choking up. And ego says, I'm afraid that I will go back to being the way that I was. I'm afraid that those moments of ecstasy will never come again, or maybe they won't come for a year, or maybe they'll never come at all. I'm afraid that I'm going to go and eat myself into oblivion all day. I'm afraid that the snow is not going to stop falling and I'm not going to be able to go out. All that stuff sounds irrational, maybe so, but it's what is happening inside of me. And so I honor it by expressing it and looking at it and enjoying it, because it's a feeling, it's an experience, and it's mine to have. And my response to it is, don't worry, ego. I've got this. So that's my video for today. My second video for today. This video is about being still and being in the moment. Thanks. Namaste, friends.